What are you in real life? Badass or Aditi? Confused and
I have been
this.
this one. Now I think I'm pretty badass.
You don't jump in and do every film. We don't see you in a lot of commercial films. Is this a conscious thing, and how difficult it is to be like that at a time when everybody is going for the commercial stuff?
My brain was or my mind was never my strength. My strength was always my heart. So whatever I am confident at, I'm gonna go with that.
There are that many directors, that many producers, that many actresses. Are you in the race?
And I'm not going to deny that there is no race. Of course, when the producer is casting or when the director is casting, they get offered those many names. But that is not something that is in my hand. Hi, this is Radhika Madan, and you're watching me on Bollywood Hungama.
Welcome to Bollywood Hungama. I'm Rohit Khilnani. Joining me is Radhika Madan. Radhika, welcome to Bollywood Hungama. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
Exciting time to meet you. Back-to-back releases. I want to first ask you, any of all this can be planned by an actor?
Like I don't know. Like of course, like it wasn't planned that it's gonna release a week after SBF, but it was a great surprise, and I am glad it did because in SBF people have seen me in this really cool badass role and really strong and empowered. But here there is Aditi who is super confused, who is so underconfident. She doesn't know what she wants to do with her life. So I'm glad that I'm able to offer the audience two different lives in the same week.
What are you in real life? Badass or Aditi? Confused and
I have been
this.
this one. I've been an Aditi, but now I think I'm pretty badass.
Right. You don't jump in and do every film. We don't see you in a lot of commercial films. We see you in very select products which will be remembered, like Kacchey Limbu. Very good. I loved it. I'll remember it always. Is this a conscious thing, and how difficult it is to be like that at a time when everybody is going for the commercial stuff?
I think it is very important to be truthful to yourself. If you ask me, I always ask myself, why did I want to be an actor? And the answer that comes is because I want to live different lives. So if I am till then I'm living different lives, I think it works for me.
Okay.
My brain was or my mind was never my strength. My strength was always my heart. And I've learned, I've grown to trust that. And I go with that. I think numbers or trends or all those things are way too cerebral for me.
Right.
I would want to understand that. I would want to learn that. But I know it is not something that is my strength.
Right.
So whatever I am confident at, I'm going to go with that. And I just want to offer my truth and just want to offer a piece of my soul if I can to every project. And if that soul touches you, I think that is my win.
So acting was always the plan A and the only plan?
Not at all. Just like Aditi. I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. I never was a topper. I never failed. So I was in that mid category where you can go either way and you don't know if you do whatever your friends are doing or whatever your parents are asking you to do. So I always belong in that category. And then I found dancing, which completely changed me as a person. But later on, I discovered that it was my path towards, it was leading me to my actual home, which is acting.
Right.
So yeah, acting was never my first choice. It was never a choice. It was just given to me.
Wow.
So dancing was my choice. I wanted to be a professional dancer. And till date, I find so many similarities between dancing and acting. And the politics behind dancing and the politics behind acting, it is really similar, and what you feel on stage and what you feel in front of the camera is also very similar.
Different, right?
So whenever I'm confused, I go back to my dancing days and I'm like, can I get a clue from that and use it here?
You know, being on the poster, your name coming like right on top, like it's like, Radhika Madan's film is out. Is this your metric to success? Do you ever feel I have made it?
I don't know if I'm ever gonna feel that. I don't know. Honestly, I felt that in my very first film.
Okay.
Pataka.
Yeah, huge.
Because in no way a girl from Delhi who didn't know anything about acting could be on a big screen. It was a win for me right there.
Right.
But I don't know if I can say that, oh, I've made it. I definitely experienced pride in that. I was definitely grateful. My parents feel like they felt it the moment I came on television that, hey, our daughter has made it.
Yeah.
So there's no pressure of convincing them that, hey, I
Right.
can do it. They feel so proud and they give me so much support, and they are the wind beneath my wings. So, but the reason I'm saying that I'm never gonna say it is because I never want to stop learning. I'll always feel that, hey, this was good. I will appreciate the work, but I'll be like, what can I do better in the next one?
Right.
I'm not like, hey, I never condemn my work because I feel that at that point, I did give my 200%.
Right.
अगर मैंने चोरी करी होती तो मुझे प्रॉब्लम होती.
Right.
अगर मैंने चोरी नहीं किया तो मैं बोलूँगी उस टाइम पे जैसे सर्कमस्टांसेस थे, मैंने अपनी जान दी थी.
Right.
So I will always caress that part as well, even if it doesn't work out, even if it gets bad reviews.
Right. Very interesting. Are you in the? There are that many directors, that many producers, that many actresses. Are you in the race? Do you want to be in the race?
I don't want to be in that race. Nobody wants to, I feel.
Okay.
They somehow become a part of that race.
Yeah. Your system makes it.
Yeah. But it's then the choice that I have is to just focus on my work because I didn't choose to be in the race.
Right.
And so that is what I focus on. I'm not going to deny that there is no race. Of course, when the producer is casting or when the director is casting, they get offered those many names. But that is not something that is in my hand.
Right.
So what I can do is just work on my craft.
Right.
Offer something different to the audience every single time. I don't want to put myself in a box. I really want to pave a path for myself because I know my soul is something that only I can offer.
Yeah.
People can offer their own souls, which will be very different.
Right.
And that is what makes us different and beautiful.
Right.
But I really want to focus just on that.
Right.
But I wouldn't deny that there's no race.
Right. So there is a race, and like I said, there are that many filmmakers. Are you competitive enough to feel bad? Oh, this one got the role. I wanted this. I would have liked to do this. Or if you watch something, you're like, I could have done it differently. How could I do it? Are you competitive like that way?
No way. I feel कि हर एक फिल्म की किस्मत होती है.
Right.
अगर आपको मिल चुका है, then आप ही का कैरेक्टर है वो.
Yeah, so true.
मैं नहीं कर सकती. मैं अपने वे में करूँगी वो फिर वो कैरेक्टर ही नहीं बनेगा. वो कुछ और कैरेक्टर बन जाएगा.
Right.
So I'm it's really funny because I actually experience happiness in other people's happiness.
That's
so I'm
nice.
like, hey, go for it. Like there's space for everyone.
Right.
The sky is huge. Everyone can be stars. So I really feel that, and yeah, that is what I always feel and go for. I'm not too competitive, but yes, if I really want to do a role which is already being offered to somebody else, I would step ahead with my craft. I would really beg for an audition.
Okay.
I love auditioning.
Yeah. You
Till
like
date.
audition? Yeah.
Till date, I love auditioning.
Okay.
Even now, like now, of course, filmmakers trust me enough to offer me the script. But I miss the process of auditioning. So if I want a role, I would ask for a meeting.
Right.
And I would just request for an audition so that
Wow.
I can offer my craft and they can choose whatever they want to choose.
Fair enough. Audition is the part that freaks people off sometimes. What is it that you became so confident about auditions, and at what point did you become, or were you always cool with auditions?
So, I think I gave the worst audition of my life for one of the biggest projects. And that was my moment of truth. And I only did that because I was so enamored by the facade and I was so over-rehearsed and I wanted it too badly that I forgot that the only thing that I had to do was offer my truth. I didn't do that. I was acting. I wasn't living. So I made a promise to myself on that day that I'm never going to do that.
Okay.
And within a week I was offered, I was called for Pataka's audition.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's no way, I'm not going to get a Vishal Bhardwaj film. So my moment is just living that character for those 2 minutes in an audition. So I was like, I'm going to live it. so that I can tell my friends that, hey, I auditioned for a Vishal Bhardwaj film.
Right.
So I went in without any inhibitions and I was like, I want to live this character, and I had a blast. I had
Wow.
so much fun.
That's
Then I
why.
was called to round 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I approached every round with the same enthusiasm that, of course, he's not going to take me, but hey.
Right. I'm still
And
here.
then I experienced the same thing with Angrezi. I
Okay.
begged for an audition.
Okay.
And I got it. I was like, in no way I'm going to get to work with Irfan Khan.
Ah.
And so I was like, this is it. I'm going to live. At least I had 2 scenes in that. So
Yeah.
I lived those 10 minutes and I was like, I went back home and I was like, see,
Yeah.
I can tell people that, I could have worked with an Irfan Khan. I gave
Yeah.
my all.
True.
So that is what I really started loving about auditions. Also the fact that it did give me 2 of my biggest projects.
Oh, yeah.
So it just made me kind of fearless. Because I
That's,
thought that I have, I still feel that I have nothing to lose. Even if they don't take me, I at least got to live that character.
Yeah. Yeah.
And isn't that the whole point of acting for me? I want to
Right.
live different lives. I got to live it for whatever time.
Right. You were beautiful in both those movies. So this audition was before, or this was your first audition that didn't go well?
It was a week before Pataka.
Okay. And you're not going to tell us which
No,
one that is. Okay. So let's move on to the sibling love. Now, firstly, in real life, who's your sibling? Where's your sibling? How close are you?
Oh, we have a love-hate relationship.
Like all
My
siblings.
elder brother.
Okay.
He lives in Toronto. And yeah, I hate that I love him.
What is the age difference? What?
4 years.
4 years.
4
Okay.
years.
He's 4 years older to
Yes.
you. So does he bully you? Do you get bullied?
No, I used to bully him a lot because my
Okay.
mother made him swear that you can never hit your sister. So I used to give him choke slams and I used to slap him, punch him, and he used to be this bechara brother. Ki, please look what she's doing.
So tell me, when you signed this, when this came to you, did your brother and your relationship came to your mind when you were reading this?
Definitely, it was offered to me during lockdown, and
Okay.
he was in Delhi at that
Okay,
time,
so
so we
you're
all were living together. The moment I read the script, I just revisited my whole childhood.
Yeah.
And I was this person who used to do everything that my brother used to do. I think he was really cool, way ahead of his time, and I used to feel कि oh, ये headphones चाहिए, भाई rap सुन रहा है तो rap सुनेंगे, भाई cricket खेल रहा है तो cricket खेलेंगे. So I was always enamored by that, but I never showed him that.
Right.
I never showed him that, hey, I'm enamored by you and you're so cool. I used to make him feel like, hey, you're nothing.
Yeah.
So when I read the script, I was like, hey, this is my brother and
right.
this is me. And in no way am I going to let go of this opportunity of reliving my childhood. I have played the gully cricket with him.
Okay.
I was a Kacchey Limbu. and he was a champion.
Wow, okay.
So I have experienced all of that. Of course, I used to bat at that point. I had to learn bowling in this one.
Mm-hmm.
But it was such a beautiful experience.
I can imagine. So here Rajat plays your brother. From what I've seen, it's a beautiful rapport, exactly like a brother-sister would be. How does this magic happen? Did you all do readings? Did you all meet before that? Or it's all the magic on the set?
I think it's Shubham, our director.
Right.
He is the magic man.
Okay.
And I did meet him beforehand. We did do a lot of rehearsals, a lot of readings, workshops. We played together. We used to practice cricket together.
Okay.
So we rehearsed for 2-3 months. And every night we used to go there, play matches, and we were always in opposing teams.
Okay.
So we always used to be like, hey, you don't know how to play, and we used to bully each other.
Right.
So that we create that kind of comfort. And kudos to Shubham for allowing us to do that. And Shubham also used to come and he also used to play. So
Right.
the team bonding started from there on.
Right. Also this film has so many different layers where one, you can imagine like the father telling the son, insisting on going for job interviews and not just spending time on cricket. Where will this get you? You need a job. Do you get to live India when you do these movies?
Definitely. I think that all these characters are really, really relatable.
Yeah.
Be it Aditi, who doesn't know, who has no idea what to do, so she's eliminating whatever she doesn't want to do in life.
Right.
Be it Akash, be it Ayush's character, Kabir.
Yeah, yeah.
Like we all have that first crush in the building,
Right.
जिसको आप चुप चुप के देखते हो और प्यार करते हो, and it is such a beautiful bond that they've shown between Aditi and Kabir as well.
Right. You know, for the audience, I've seen the film. You've done the film. For the audience that's not seen it yet, they must be thinking from our chat, it's a cricket film. What do you want to tell them? What should they expect?
It is not a cricket film at all. It is a coming of age film
Right.
for all the characters, but especially for Aditi.
Right.
The sport could have been anything. It could have been Pittu, for that
Yeah,
matter. So it's just a catalyst. Cricket is just the catalyst for her to discover who she really is.
Right.
And that is something that is really interesting. And that is something that is relatable, because I assure you that you're going to see yourself in that. I saw myself. I got a lot of calls. It's so bizarre. I really want to share a story.
Sure.
Yesterday we had our screening, and somebody's grandmother came on the screening, and after the screening she came up to me and she told me, you know what, I used to be the same way with my brother, and I used to play cricket, and I used to be that Kacchey Limbu, and I discovered my own self. So it's not just about our generation, it's about like that generation. Somebody's grandmother felt the same way.
Right.
And fought the same battles. So that was so beautiful to just see, and we got the biggest of smiles and the warmest of hugs, and I hope everyone gets to see it and let me know what
this. So this is the one I saw a very jumpy Radhika Madan at the airport. I found out where you were going. You were going to Toronto for this, and that's how you are always, I feel. That's amazing that your brother lives in Toronto. This brother-sister story released there. What was that experience like?
Oh, it was beautiful because he had no idea what this film was about.
Okay.
And he is my harshest critic,
Oh,
if I
is
may
he?
say, yeah. So he always has a list that, oh, this was wrong, and you repeated this expression, and these are your go-tos. He's like really, really proper.
Yeah.
So we had our screening at the Roy Thompson Hall, one of the biggest halls there, and he was invited, and 1,200 people were watching the film, the biggest screen you can ask for, and I became so emotional because I knew that this was the moment that he's gonna get to know that I did it for him.
So sweet, yeah.
And this is the only film, trust me, and he's really, really harsh. This is the only film in which he didn't find any fault. And it bothered him for a week. I remember he came back and he was like, how am I not able to find a fault in this?
Wow,
how am I not able to find a fault in this? And it really bugged him.
Right.
And then after 3 days, he came up with a little thing, and then he was like,
Oh,
no,
God.
I'm just making it up now.
Okay. That's so. Then after this will be Sana. Like that's the.
So we have no idea about,
Okay,
we're
the
doing the
release.
festivals with Sana right now. We just did the UK Asian Film Festival.
Well, congratulations! You won an award, and that's an international award, right?
Yes, it's my first Best Actor International Award, and my director
Many
also won it. So, yay, Sudhanshu. It was so overwhelming. So yeah, we're doing the festivals. We just did UK. We went to New York. We've done Tallinn. We're going to Shanghai. So yeah, that is like a film that is really, really close to my heart, and I hope it is next. We don't have a plan for it, but if not Sana, then of course Surarai Potru's remake with Akshay Kumar. So that is releasing on the 1st of September.
Well done, and again, you're making your family proud. You're making your brother proud. You're entertaining all of us. Thank you, and keep going the way you are.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Radhika Madan, and you're watching me on Bollywood Hungama.